what's up, guys? This is Russ with Suburban RC, and this is the first video with the new camera setup and in the new shop setup. So, like, I know you're used to seeing the window behind me. It's now in, like, to my side. But let me give you guys a quick rundown of the new workspace. I've spent way too long working on this the last 2 days. So starting off, yeah, I still got work to do over there. I've got one RC there. There's another one on the other side, still in a bin. Stuff I've got to go through. Picked up another mini toolbox. This is actually better than my Cobalt because drawer sliders. These are like organizer baggies. One's supposed to go on the pegboard. I don't have room for it. Just went and picked this bad boy up. That's got stuff in it. One is going to be 10th scale. One's going to be micro scale. The 24s, the 18s. As you can see, we have the YouTube special RGB lights. Well, light. It's just one strip. So I've got my 18 scale hard bodies. There's the Defender Ute, the OG Defender, the Bronco, the Warhammer truck, the 24 scale Bug, the Dale truck, Synthwave, my Hot Wheels and Start of K-Truck collection, battery charger, my giant Sriracha bottle. I got me a Mooney, the OG K-Truck, the mini Baja, and the 10-2 with the body stacked on it. Coming back down here, there's the 10-3, the Viral mini bucket. Guys, if you're paying more than $2 for that bucket, you're getting ripped off. They are $1.99 at Lowe's. They always have the blue ones. The pink ones were sitting on the shelf when I got there today. A whole bin of them. And then I picked my driver holder up at Harbor Freight today for literally $1.99. Okay? Pegboard, the ECX hanging out. I've got a power strip, 10 scale hardware, the airbrush compressor, and of course my drawer storage for small bits and pieces. These are $10 at Harbor Freight, 12 drawer storage. You've got these 8 small ones, which can hold quite a bit. Like, that's 10 scale shocks. That's stickers and Velcro straps. That's body parts and accessories. Like, there is ton of space in them. It is awesome. But the point of today's video, what the hell did my wife do? Now, notice we're getting paint gone. Okay? That's back down to the gold I painted it, okay? Like, she rolled this thing hard. And the only thing that broke and it's glaringly obvious. Let's get that. Was the only 3D printed part that broke. It's hard to see at the moment, but we broke one of the upper link mounts off. Okay? One of the uppers broke off. Not even mad. What confused the hell out of me is why this flew out. Like, there's no strip threads. So why on earth did it come out? We're going to find out. And you know what? Let's be smart about this. This is a black workbench. Finding lost screws on it be nigh impossible. Like everything, this thing rolled from probably close to 12 foot in the air. Okay. Yeah, you can see it. She broke it off. She broke the ear here and the whole mount. Okay. I don't hear any hardware rattling around, but I do see a screw right there. So let's take a look. Which one do I need to take off? Probably this one. Ha! I caught it. And then dropped it. Right in my seat. Score one for me today. Now, you guys have seen some of the videos, well, the shorts I've been posting. The runtime videos with her were all done on my birthday, which was on the 28th. And yeah, I guess I might have to take both sides off now. When she sent this truck flying, and I mean flying, it was a good 12 foot off the ground when it went over backwards and started rolling. It did just like Chameleon did and hit the shelf. This time I had it semi on video. So nothing there. Nothing there. And one little bolt, one little screw sitting right there. So, you know what? We'll put it back together. Because this unit, this setup was rock solid. Not even gonna lie. Like, it performed so well. And the only thing I can think of is the other screw when it went end over end. Just decided to leave the chat completely. That and these screws aren't all that terribly long. Like, let's see. Like, that's not very big. So, what we're going to do come on, is let's see what we got that fits and is longer. So we have more threads engaging. Nope, too small. Oh, man. Hope everybody had a good New Year's and a good Christmas. I'm still recovering a little bit. New Year's Eve was spent with my wife's friends and love them to death. Just a very long night. Especially after being up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work. Okay, that's too long. Maybe that might work. Actually, that will work. And then having to get up the following morning and go back to work after maybe 4 hours of sleep. Well, no, I take that back. I was off on the first. So the real question is, I know how this setup works in her truck. Do we put it in my truck? I may have already answered that question for myself. Of course, the synthwave needs to get a big block. Of course, the synthwave needs to run. It hasn't run in 3 months. Almost 3 months. Of course, we need to get those monsters. Those monster tires that I had to have up and going. Because what's the point? Hey guys, guess what I just found? The other screw. They just worked themselves out. They were too short. They were just too damn short. All right, there's that. Rascal. There's that. And then this one goes like that. I might have done this a time or two. Yeah. So between just how potent this little motor is and the tumble, I'm guessing the screws work themselves back, and that just was enough to say no mas. And yeah. Rush, you didn't grease it. Dude, there's plenty of grease in it. There is plenty of grease in it still. Notice I was only touching the shafts. I wasn't really messing with the gears. There's plenty of grease still between the teeth of all the gears. And yeah. I would love to see how this truck performs. Got to get the drive shafts off the other transmission. Drop the skid. And if you guys haven't seen, just running the brass Mias high clearance links. I've got my little baby knockoff Desert Lizards on it. Just got to pull the servo off of the wife's truck. Radio, everything should fit nicely in here. Yeah. Thanks guys for checking out my new workspace and figuring out how my wife broke this truck. Next video, this is getting put back together with the big block that we just fixed. I am excited to get that back up and going. Yeah, it got so hot that the glue let loose. This ESC gets hot. So I've got to figure out how and where to mount that to keep it safe. Right now there is one truck missing out of this room, and that's Chameleon. I have nowhere to put it at the moment. I've got this dresser behind me that's also part of my storage space. You can see my paint rack. That's going over here. Like, I got so much little things I've got to do to get it complete and nice and the way I want it. I'm I want to say I'm like 80% there. So it's that last little bit that's just going to be a pain in the ass. So, you know. But no, I am glad that I was able to find these. The one I couldn't find was stuck in the grease. So I'm gonna call that a win. I was really worried. And I will catch you guys in the next video. A new job's been kicking my tail, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting home like 4:30 in the afternoon, and then the sun's going down. So not much outside playtime. I've spent the entirety of the New Year's weekend working in this room. Still got more to do. I got stuff to do out there in the living room. So I will catch you guys in the next video. I love you. Peace.